Okay.
That's fair.
Yep.
All right, ready? This is Joycey. First
Yeah,
recording of the year.
and
Love
so
it.
many bloopers that I'm gonna try and start doing now to add into our stuff.
I know, it's hilarious. I cannot.
All right.
Anyways,
And
this
Blake,
is Joycey.
and welcome to
Savagely
Yeah.
Scaled.
Mixing it up,
Mixing
and
it
we're
up.
back to
Happy New
our
Year.
goals. We are actually doing our end because we already had a goal for our New Year's. So this is our check-in for how that went. And yeah, we had holidays, we had all kinds of stuff. Everybody wants to spend time with their family. I got sick for
It was
a
all bad.
while. It was like the end of the year chaos for both of us. And a
A lot of
Taurus and an
chaos.
Aries with chaos is a lot.
To say the least. I'm like, I ate my feelings. Let's just say that. In the holidays. No regrets for
regrets.
sure. No regrets. But when I got back, I was just like, ooh, girl, you let that go a little too far.
I have been like
oh, man.
so excited eating because like my meat's not until April, and that sounds so bad, like, oh, Blake doesn't eat. But it's just like I get bigger portions, more snacks, like things that like when you start tapering down your macros, you know, you don't get as much. I get like 4 tablespoons of Cool Whip with my 8 ounces of strawberry compared to like 4 ounces of strawberries and things like that. And I can have 2 apples, and my mic's just moving. There's just like all kinds of things that I'm like, I'm so excited. I think I was at the gym the other day and they're like, are you cutting? Because I had an attitude. And I was like, no, I'm just upset.
Hangry.
I'm just upset with myself. I'm upset with where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody smells like popcorn yet. That's probably going to be coming at the end of March. I know,
love
but when I
popcorn.
cut, like
What's
when
your
I
favorite
cut
kind?
food, everybody smells like popcorn to me. And I don't know why.
That's right, you mentioned
And it's
that
not
before.
even
That's
like
weird.
store-bought popcorn. It is like movie theater, just popped and freshly buttered popcorn.
I could imagine I just walk in and I look like a little kernel of corn to you with a gym bag, and you're just like, hey, Joycey. And I'm like, why are you looking at me like that?
Like
you smell
this
so good.
cartoon.
You're like, what? Back away.
My God. No,
That's
like
so funny.
Nicole
That'd be
Mendenhall, like
so
last time
hilarious.
I cut, like I seriously was like, you smell like fresh popcorn. And she's like smelling herself, and she's like, I definitely do not. And I'm like, you do to me, and you smell delicious.
Oh,
and
no.
I am like just one of those that just blurts out, especially if you know me. Like I'll just blurt whatever out to you. And I was just like, I just called her popcorn. Yeah.
That is so funny.
But I've had the opposite effect to where I'm just like, cutting is gonna be so rough. But I'm ready for it.
Dude.
But like,
yeah, you've been working this whole year.
Yeah, just January. This whole year.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a rough year,
girl.
dude.
That a girl. It's been
So
a rough
rough.
start, man. We're already halfway. That's crazy to me.
So I'm super
insane.
excited. So going into that, my goal was to drink creatine, which I've never ever had creatine in my life that I know of. And yeah, and I'm taking
wild.
Buff Chicks creatine, and it's the lemon one, and I love it. But I add it to like my jug. So it's already
Okay.
Go ahead.
Does it
No.
Does it taste weird?
It tastes like lemon.
And then you take a sip.
It's diluted
Okay.
because, you know, my brain goes to, oh my gosh, that says you retain water. So, like, I drink like 2 of these to like, and so I drink 16 ounces in the morning before my coffee. I drink 2 of these, and then I'm trying to be good like Joycey, because Joycey is like, ooh, tea. And I'm having like my sleep mode, right? My sleep mode tea at night. So I'm having that, and I do feel
by sleep mode, you mean like the one that helps you sleep?
Well, it's
Like tea that
chamomile
helps you
and
sleep, or-
peppermint. So it's supposed to like relax you, because
Oh, okay.
I'm a big peppermint tea person, and just like regular black tea or sun tea person with no sugar. So yeah.
Same. Yeah. It just helps with digestion too. You feel like it almost cleanses your
Yeah.
tummy and like clears it out sometimes.
So I've been
you know?
trying to do that, but I actually really enjoy the creatine. Like, I had some people ask me at the gym, they're like, "How's, like, your recovery or something or soreness?" And it took me a while to be like, I mean, I'm sore, but I don't feel as sore, and I know it, like, plumps up your muscles and stuff like that, so it's a bad thing to say, but I told somebody because a lot of the lifters say, "Oh, you're really solid, like, in your lift, you look solid when I hit it." And somebody had
Mhm.
asked me, they're like, "Well, how do you feel?" Because I know, like, I can feel some, like, retention of water, but I was like, "But I feel more solid." Like, I don't feel like bloated retention.
And by retention of water, you mean
Well,
thirsty?
like, you retain water with
Like,
creatine.
what does that feel like?
So, yeah, it causes thirst, like, right off the bat,
Oh.
I'm thirsty and I'll drink, but then it
Mhm.
causes the retention because I believe, like, water basically plumps up your muscles, so you're retaining more water, so that's why
Mhm.
they say, "Drink more water," so then it doesn't, if you're not drinking enough water besides creatine, right, and then you're not expelling anything, like, that starts to put some what's the word I'm looking for? It starts to put, like, a hardship on some of your organs, right? If you're not drinking
Mhm.
enough, your output's
That
not
makes
gonna be
sense.
enough. Yeah.
It's making
So,
me
like, your
thirsty.
intake needs to be good for your outtake to be good. So, when all I've heard is, "Oh, if you take creatine, you retain water and you need to drink more water." So then it doesn't say because a lot of people I shouldn't say a lot of people, a handful of people I've talked to had to stop taking creatine because it was putting more pressure on their kidneys. And I don't know if that's because, like, they
Interesting.
didn't
Okay.
drink enough water, if that's just something that their body couldn't, like, metabolize or
Hmm.
improve. Yeah.
Process
Um,
well.
so that's why I'm
Mhm.
like, "Okay, I'll drink 16 ounces in the morning like I normally do. I usually drink my 2 hydro jugs, and then I usually drink maybe 16 when I get home, or now a cup of tea also at night." So, I don't know, I just feel, like, more solid, and I don't feel as sore, like, I used to feel very, like, wrecked after things. I don't feel
Mhm.
as wrecked, if that makes sense.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's a start.
because I was like,
Yeah.
"I don't know, I feel like normal, like, still the same," but, like, as thinking about it this week, I was like, but I don't, like, I don't feel as really, really sore,
Like in
yeah,
pain
as I normally do.
or
Yeah,
achy.
and even with this, new set of programming, which is a really, really rough set, I only have 3 weeks of it, thank goodness, but I have felt stronger in it, and, I mean, these 3 weeks of programming, I'm just finished the 2nd week, I'll start the 3rd week next week, has actually been, like, I wanna say the hardest for me in sense of, like, heaviness, movements, but
Mm.
I have felt so near death, but strong enough to complete it.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's some movements where I'm like, "This is rough," like, I feel like he wants to kill me, but in that same sentence, like, comma, whatever, semicolon, I was never good at grammar, that I'm able to do it, and
Right.
building that confidence
Ugh.
with lifting. I'm started out this month. Really, that was my whole next year of lifting is confidence in myself and in the lift. So
Well, your videos are
I
looking
feel
super
more
good.
confident.
And I was gonna say, I don't think you guys recognize how much weight you're lifting because I was helping you move all of those plates back, and I was like, oh my God. And it was
Yeah.
a yellow plate, mind you. I was like, I forgot how heavy these things were and how hard weightlifting training was, and just like constant, well,
Mhm.
at least for me, I speak for myself, but just constant like achiness and pain and like traps and shoulders and just constantly working a lot of those areas, and you're just like it's brutal, it's hard, and I feel like sometimes it's easy to just realize or take it for granted in the sense of like, oh, I'm just doing it day by day, I don't get my head or I don't make that lift, but it's like y'all are doing some amazing things over there, like you guys need to recognize that that's crazy crazy
It's
stuff you're
yeah.
lifting. It hurts
It
so
is,
much.
like, once you transition to, like, lifting and really accept it, like, you go more into your percentages, I'm thankful that, like,
Mhm.
those weights are heavy because they're not in the pounds, but then, like, like, they look smaller, so it's just your mind still is like, "Oh, no,
Mhm.
that's this weight." When I had to go to my mom's for the holidays and I had to go to a regular gym and put, like, pounds on, to realize how much was on the bar, like, freaked me out more than just having 2 plates on the bar or, like, 1, and I was just like,
Oh, interesting.
"This is a lot." Yeah,
It
because
was
like,
psyching you
I
out.
had the big, huge plates, and then I had littler plates, and it was just like, there's, like, 4 plates on each side. This is a lot of weight compared to, "Oh, this is like a big" what we say, like, a big red and a small red or small whites and it is, yeah, big
Oh, big
red.
reds.
We all have our number that we don't
Yeah.
like, and we all have certain things, but yeah, I feel really good, so I'm actually going to continue that in February, and that's when we were going over goals and our next session or our next year of the podcast and
Mhm.
everything. I know that we both really liked having the sit down and the goals, whether it's for anybody to realize that you can do it or just for us to keep accountable for each other. But I feel like this year, as I was telling Joycey, is now I want to do stackable goals where I'm going to continue this goal and then I'm going to stack one on top of it. So my
Mhm.
February one, so I have all year round is going to be confidence, but I'm going to continue my creatine and a consistent sleep. So sometimes Blake will stay up until 10, sometimes midnight, sometimes go to bed at 8. And I've just been noticing this month that I'm like very tired when I wake up. So I'm going to be very consistent
Mm.
in going to bed by, it's still late.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to do something like I mean, yeah, but I feel like we like a little bit of the night owl, like decompressing time. At least for me, I do love a little decompression time before bed. But my problem is I leave my phone very
Mhm.
close to me before bed, and I want to kind of start leaving it farther because
Yep.
then come the TikTok videos and you're doom scrolling and looking through stuff, and it's so easy to be like, oh man, it's been 45 minutes of watching Jack Black videos or whatnot. So it's like I need to kind of I'm with you. I need to figure something out too because those late nights
Yeah.
are catching up
Mine
to me
is
as well.
like,
So
so my whole day is dedicated to being a mom, coaching, cleaning. I homeschool one of my kids, the other one, both of them have extracurricular activities. And so my after they go to bed time is me sitting and watching shows or catching up on shows that kind of like zone me out. And I know I've talked about hyperfixation of things, and I hyperfixate on shows because you guys, like, I've literally have shows that come out every week, but because, like, I don't have time, I can have the whole series, and I'll be like, "Oh, let's just watch the whole series tonight,"
mm.
you know? And then I'll come out in bed and be like, "Okay, if I go to bed, like, by midnight, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5's fine. 5 hours is fine." Things like that. I might
Oh
change to
man.
maybe the
Yeah.
weekends 10, weekdays 9. That might be better for me, actually. It's gonna be rough, but
Mm.
it's just, when you get your kids up and you're exhausted and you just wanna take a nap already, and you don't have time to take a nap and you just feel
Mhm.
tired the entire day because you chose to watch a show or doom scroll like you said, it's just I can't do it, I'm not 12 anymore. So, yeah, sleep is
Yep.
gonna be a priority for February, so, yeah.
Well, it's an
It
important one,
is, and I
so
feel
it's
like I do
absolutely
really, really
essential,
good,
but
and then I tank. So to do it for a whole month, I feel would be good. Yeah.
that's true. I mean, it's gonna be a different year this year, girl. At this time last year, you were in a whole different place.
I know,
Whole different place.
completely, and it feels so nice that I'm not in that place.
Dude, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a different year in a good way. There's a lot
Yeah.
of things coming up. But I guess speaking of goals, for my goal, I wanted to increase my water intake. Speaking of water, I just finished my water bottle and it's empty. No, but honestly, this was kind of like my marker, and it's like a 40. Yeah, it's a 40 ounce. Back in the day, I would just take two, and I thought that was enough on top of like my 16-ounce pre workout drink that I would drink. So I was totaling about like maybe 96
Mhm.
ounces, I would say, a day, which in Blake's standards
Yeah,
was
that's
no, no,
failing.
no, 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 not enough. Yeah, that's bare. That in my eyes, I was like, oh my god, that's so good. Look at me drinking two of these. Like I thought it was fantastic, but in terms of like when I put it together now, I probably drink close to twice as many. But now I just drink like 3 fulls of these and then 130-ounce one for the most
And
part.
then you
That's my
have your
minimum now.
tea
So now we've
also.
increased it.
Yeah, so
I do
that's
have
some
tea,
more
yes, for
hydration.
nighttime. So it's getting there. I would say the biggest thing for me that I've noticed is like my skin, which is weird to say, but I feel like my skin looks much more dewy. I would say like much more, I don't know,
Yeah.
hydrated is probably the word. But I was like, oh man, like I didn't realize what an impact that would do for that. And on top of that, just feeling like more hydrated in a workout and like my lips used to get chapped for the most part after a workout, and I feel like that doesn't happen to me as much. I've also kind of started incorporating electrolytes because to be honest, I have like a stockpile of them from like competitions and like things that we've like won and whatnot. So I have a lot of them, and I'm like, let me start incorporating this. So on days like maybe on a weekend, if I did a really hard workout that I was just like, man, I feel like I haven't had lots of water, then that's when I'll probably down one. I don't like to like take
Mhm.
them too often unless I really feel the need to, but I feel like it does help to that extent. It's just so salty and I'm not crazy about the flavor of electrolytes.
Yeah, because I used to
Um
love was it the IV one? What is that? And when it first
mhm.
came out yeah, when it first
Liquid
came
IV,
out,
right?
it didn't taste salty to me. No, and
It
then,
didn't
like, I had
know.
recently
They
yeah, and
have
I had
better flavors.
recently tasted it, and I don't know if they sold the company or whatnot, because now you could get it anywhere,
Mm,
and it just tastes like salt, and I
that's
know a
true.
lot of people need salt because it's gonna retain, right? You're not gonna sweat everything out, but, like, I don't like to drink things that taste like salt. I don't. I'm not
Mhm.
with it. I love flavoring and I love electrolytes, but I straight up, like, when I tasted that and a couple other ones, I'm like, "Nope, tastes like salt." Like,
You're obviously not a
no, I'm
mermaid.
not meant to be a
Just
mermaid.
kidding.
I'm not Grace. I'm more of
Oh
like
man.
like a dwarf. I love caves, maybe an ogre type. I don't know.
Maybe
A
maybe a
bat.
bat or something like
Um,
something
yeah,
that goes in the sky,
I'm
maybe.
more of like
Oh, that's
that.
funny.
So a fairy would be prettier than anything that I used.
That'd be appropriate. I know, I was like, why'd you have to go for the
I
dark
don't know.
ones? Oh
I'm
my gosh.
like, I
Oh
really
man.
just I uh
You're like, that's the lifestyle that
yeah.
I really enjoy.
I love just being an ogre
That's
and
fair.
just, like, beating people over the heads with my
Living
yeah,
under my
and you
bridge and
can't
just watching
pass.
people go over and
Yep.
listen to all the tea. Yeah. Actually, I do like
And I'm
that.
a pretty ogre.
You're
I'm
like,
like
I'm here, nobody knows,
Fiona,
but I'm listening.
'kay?
That
Yeah,
got the
and
red
I'm
hair and
like in what is that,
everything.
Shrek 4 or Shrek 5? Yeah.
And I'm the sassy donkey friend. I love this conversation. But yeah, salt and electrolytes, man, apparently is not just taste wise, it's not something I really enjoy. But again, I'll probably dump it in there if I'm having like maybe if I'm in a competition and I'm just going throughout it and need hydration, or for like a long
Yeah.
strenuous workout, I'll do it. But I've definitely noticed a difference in just my skin and how that's kind of appearing, and just even like I would even say a little bit like a shine on my
Yeah, it
hair, things
helps
like
with,
that.
like,
But
all of that.
again,
I
everything,
forget
yeah. And I was just
that
like, man.
water, like that's what
Mm-hmm.
people drank many years ago before sodas and everything came into play, and,
True.
now, I mean, if you look on
Girl, and drinking
yeah,
less
but,
alcohol
I mean,
too,
what
though,
was, like,
that's
back in the
another
day, they
one.
drank more alcohol, and a lot of people got gout and
They did.
and
That's
more
why they
health
died by
things,
50.
so they should have stuck to
Yeah,
water too. Though I will say, like, electrolyte-wise, I
that's
really like
true.
Podium's electrolytes right now because it doesn't
Hmm,
say taste like salt to
okay.
me, it
I don't think
tastes
I've tried
like
those.
something fruity, and I know Elle gave me
Mm,
some to try. The little 10-year-old try was like, "I like these flavors." I was like, "I'll try them then if you like them. I should probably like them if a kid likes them." So I'm gonna try some
that's
other
true.
ones, but it is like water really helps you in so much, and if you just, like, even switch to that, you don't have to give up if you're, like, a soda drinker,
Yeah.
I I mean, right off the bat, when they tell you just cold turkey with soda, you can see how much weight you're going to lose,
It's so
but
hard.
even if you
Yeah.
want, like, that
It's
one, you should
crazy.
still increase your water, you should it's there, like, it does help with
Mm,
headaches, it helps with your skin, it helps with your hair, your nails, like, overall, just helps your body because we're 70% water anyways,
50
I
to
would say like
70% with
70%.
an average adult
Yeah,
around 60%.
we're kind of like the
That's more than
yeah,
half of
but
Kadoosh.
but yeah,
But gonna keep the hydration train
I'm
going, man.
happy
That's
for
the
you.
plan. Hopefully, if I can
Yeah,
increase it, that's the plan as well. But hold on, remind me, how much
I
do you take?
do like between
What's my
160
goal,
and
my North
200.
Star? Insane. 40, 40. So I need to drink 4 of those. Oh, wow. Man, I feel like I need to
There's
pee every 5
sometimes
minutes. That's another thing, too. I mean, maybe it's my body adjusting to it, but obviously, like the first few days, I was just like, I gotta pee every like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Because obviously, my body's like, oh man, you're giving us more water
yeah.
than we're used to. So it's filtering all that stuff out. But yeah, that was a process. That
Yeah,
was fun.
it
Luckily, I
is
work from home,
annoying,
so
like, to pee all the time, but, like,
yeah. Get a
yeah,
high water
I've
bill.
also, like,
No, I'm just
learned
kidding.
to, like, brace differently during those times, like, with lifting, because otherwise I'd probably just pee my pants every single
Mm,
time because I drink so much
that's
water.
hard.
But, yeah, I do take more breaks. It sucks when you tape up your thumbs for lifting, and then you're like, "I have to go pee," and I don't know who's gonna judge me if I come out with
Oh,
the same tape.
I
So, I've
wouldn't.
also invested in a lot of tape, and I'm very thankful that the gym sells tape because then I'm like, look around and be like, "They're gonna judge
That's
me,
true.
so let me take off the tape and go pee." Yeah,
Oh,
or I come out and be
tape.
like, "I promise I only used this."
I'd just be like, so long
Yeah.
as you're wrapping with toilet paper, girl. I'm like, I ain't touching those hands. I'm like, just clean
Yeah.
the barbell. Let's be real. People have done nastier things than
Yeah,
picked up a
but, I
barbell,
mean,
so
I do
that's
take
all.
into consideration that, and I just am like, "You know what? You have tape, re-tape." It's just it's annoying. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
that is. It
Yeah,
takes time to
but
tape.
it's
It
annoying
does.
to have to go to the bathroom all the time,
But yeah,
and, I mean, I feel like my
yeah,
body's really used to it.
it's
Until, like,
worth
I
it.
increase a lot, because there's sometimes, like, in summertime when I'm really thirsty, if I throw in, like, one of the different kinds of drinks at the gym. Yeah? But I sometimes will drink, like,
Sass.
3 of the Hydro Jugs. I know that we talked about a little bit when we talked about
Mm.
hydration, like, overhydrating, like, they're under and over,
Yeah,
and you gotta find a happy medium, but when it's hot out here and I'm sweating really bad at the gym, it's just I'd rather
that's
be
true.
safe than sorry with with myself. And that's the
No,
same
that's
with
a good
my
call.
kids, like, I'm always like, "Drink some more water, drink some more water." Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Dude, especially as a kid, it was hard. But even as an adult,
it
sometimes
is
it's
because
really
water
hard.
tastes
But
like water.
honestly,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's not fun. No. So I think honestly the best tips, at least things that have helped me, is kind of like you having a water bottle that's
Mhm.
already measured and kind of like ready to go. I have a little check mark thing on my whiteboard here in my office because I'm pretty much spend most of my day here. So then I'll just check off, oh, there goes
Aw.
40, there goes another 40, and then slowly do that. And that's been working pretty well. And yeah, I try to incorporate water in things that I like to drink, like tea in the morning and at night. And I've been trying to work on dessert as well because Joycey has a sweet tooth and she loves to
Yeah.
have dessert at night. So I'm like, what's a good like sweet alternative that's not like bready or like cookie or ice cream kind of vibes? I've started going into like the milkier teas. So now I get like an Earl Grey and then just add a little bit of
Ooh.
cream in there and make it a little bit sweet. And then that's it. And then that's kind of like just calories and creamer, I guess, vanilla creamer or whatever nice tasting creamer I got. And that kind of does it for me so far. So I'm kind of leaning into that. But yeah, that's my goal, that I just stay consistent with that and not start getting back into the vibe of, oh, a scoop of ice cream every night or XYZ.
Yeah,
But it's
it
hard,
is.
dude.
Well, I'm proud of
It's
you
hard.
for the hydration.
Ditto. I'm like
Yeah.
making our goals happen. And then like you said, just it's just a matter of us staying on top of it and we'll let you guys know how that goes for us. But the goal is to keep that going. Wait, for my water hydration is to keep
Yeah,
it
but you gotta
going.
stack
That's right. But I mean, for me, I really want to get toast to bar down because I could do again just like one or two, but I need to get them like linked together and I need to increase the volume. So my goal is to start incorporating at least maybe like 5 to 10 minutes after my workouts at Kingman CrossFit to just like do some accessory work, some moves that are going to help me get closer to toes to bar. And on top of that, do some mobility as well, because I think that's one of the biggest, like, targets that will help me improve just all kinds of exercises moving forward. I'm pretty good at
Yeah.
stretching before the gym because I stretch throughout the whole day, but I never ever, if any, stretch or roll or do anything after. And that's the part that I feel like I need to kind of start incorporating in that accessory work. So that's the goal, 5 to 10 minutes of accessory work after workouts to do toes to bar mobility. So
I
that's my
think that's,
goal.
like, really I know.
So hold me accountable if you see me at the gym and you're like,
Yeah.
"Where you going,
I
girl?
think, like,
Where you
that's
going?"
the best thing for you because remember, like, last year, how you were talking about, like, "I had all these things, I didn't get to them and all this stuff," and
Yeah,
you did amazing last year, so give yourself some credit in a lot of things. It
it
wasn't,
wasn't
but
a
I
bad year,
know that
yeah.
you want more because what happens when we do
Mhm.
CrossFit, right? There's a lot of us who do CrossFit and we get, like, "I hit a new PR in deadlift." Oh, I went from ring rows to jumping pull-ups. Oh, like, all this climbing of things that we can do, and then we hit a wall. And there's some of us that our wall is just different. Joycey is very athletic. She
Mhm.
had double unders, she has cardio, she has a lot of things. So then when we get into these gymnastics things, that's where you kinda hit that wall. You know, mine is like kind of the
Mhm.
opposite where my cardio tanks, whether weightlifting is in it or not. It tanks. Double unders took
Mhm.
me most of my journey of CrossFit. And so our walls are very different, but when we hit them hard and
Mhm.
our expectation of ourselves because CrossFit has been that I'm on to the next step and the next step and the next step. And now I'm on this repeating step. And where do I go? And I feel
Right.
like you breaking down these things and actually telling yourself, okay, I need to do this work outside of class because there's times when we do have toes to bar and we have exercises and you know there's exercise that I even give people to do instead of the toes to bar to try and build that accessory if you so choose. Sometimes in class we don't want that, but doing it outside is going to benefit you even more. Um, are are you gonna do accessory
Right.
for the whole month and then be able to string together 10? You might not. It might carry on to March. You know, these accessories are not only gonna help you in your kipping aspect, but are gonna should build your lat area and your grip strength and add on to other things. So
Right.
I think it's a
Mhm.
really great goal for you. Like when we were talking about pre-recording, it made me very happy that you're starting to see that. And I feel like, yeah, yes, we spend a lot of
Mhm.
time at the gym and doing accessories still there, right when you get done. A is very hard because you're tired. B, girl, you know that we love to talk to people rather than do our workout.
We do,
Um,
yeah.
and all of our friends are in those classes, and we love to just chat with them at the end of the day, and so that's hard too. It might help others to stretch with you. It might help others to just talk while you're doing it, and you could tell them that.
True.
I think it's a really good thing with, to me, stuff that you wanna do and what it's leading up to and maybe your competition of what you want competitively wise this year,
Mhm.
maybe years to come in CrossFit. I feel like these aspects will help you.
But also, can we just take a second to acknowledge because yesterday we were talking at the gym about how officially I'm moving over to masters, and I was like, "Ah!" Like, part of me doesn't obviously, it's not a big deal. Like, when I think of it, like, outside of CrossFit, I'm like, "Oh, 35, like, what a milestone, like, how exciting," like, right? And then yesterday we're like, "Yeah, so that means you're going
Yeah.
masters," and I was like, "Wait, what? Wait, I'm officially in the group?"
But
I
it's
was like, "Oh my god."
hilarious.
And I
It
know it's not, again, it's not
Yeah.
a big deal, but I
I
was
got
just like,
really
"Oh my god."
excited to go to
In
masters
CrossFit, it's
because I'm
like
just like, "Oh, I'm masters, that means things will change." And in CrossFit world, it doesn't change until you hit,
really?
I think, 40 or 45, I
Mhm.
think. I don't like, I'm like,
Girl, the standards
oh,
are
yeah,
pretty much the
they're
same.
the exact
So I was
same, and
like,
that's why, like, you have where people in CrossFit, they can compete in, like, the, what is it? In the regular, like, athletes, and then you have age groups, and you have some people who are like, "Oh, I chose age groups instead of this because I believe things don't change until I think about age 45." Or the weights don't technically go
mm,
down that much until 40, 45 to 39 is
Okay.
the exact same. Like, things don't really change,
Well,
and then it doesn't even change more until the 50s, right? And then
well,
with Dave, like, Dave's, his is, like, really different, even though he can do everything that all the RX athletes, younger athletes can do. They're just like, "Oh, no,
athletes.
now you get to do these," and some of them stuff, I'm like, "That's he could go way faster if
It's like
you
you do
just
the
let
same
him
thing.
do
We're
the
just
other
calling you.
stuff." Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no, you're just still doing the same thing. We're just calling you a
Yeah.
master now. So
So, yeah,
you're
it
like, oh,
doesn't change
okay.
for a while. You still have to do the same weights. You still have to do the same things. I got really
Yeah.
excited when that happened, but if you were to weightlift, it changes. So, I'm really excited that I'm a master's in weightlifting because in the
Oh.
open of weightlifting and now, like, to qualify, it's a lot more for me to qualify for things, and then when I get to be
Oh, really?
like, I remember when Ginger, for her to qualify for things, it was, like, in the 90s, and mine's, like, I think 105 or 108
Oh.
to qualify, which is fine, like, my best total is 139, but, like, the open, I
Oh, well, then
think,
there you
was
go.
120 something to qualify, and so sometimes yeah, so, like, when you go
Interesting.
into the different sports and you're like,
Hmm.
"Oh, in CrossFit, it don't matter until you get really you know, way older, like 40s or 50s. And then in
Yeah.
weightlifting, it does matter. But in weightlifting, it's very similar to like you can try and compete in the open and in your age group if you're hitting those numbers, I believe. Because I think there's a
Interesting.
couple in Texas that were doing that in my age group. So where I'm like, no,
Hmm.
I'll just stay where I need to be. Yeah.
Intriguing. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I'm intrigued. Oh, either way, it's a moving on up, I suppose. But I'm officially a
Yeah.
master's athlete as of this year.
You're like, no, no, it's next year.
You're
And
like,
it's,
welcome to the
yeah.
club. And I was like, wait,
Yeah,
but I'm
you
still
are. You are
34,
technically
so
still 34, but you're turning 35. Yeah.
for a few months, for a
It's
few
when
months.
you're turning
I know. Yeah, I
35.
know. I'm just trying to blind myself to the fact that I'm not turning 35.
35
I'm
is
just
not bad. I'm turning 37 this year. I got 3
It
more
was
years
not
until
bad,
I'm
no.
40.
I know Harper asked me the other day in the car. She's like, "You're 35? My mom's not." Like, I know that. She's like 37 and my dad's like very old. And I'm
He's gonna be
like, "Oh my
40.
gosh." But she
Yeah,
knows your
because 'cause
ages. Yeah, she knows both of your
they're tied
ages.
into their ages. So she's gonna be 7, I'll be 37, Weston's gonna be 10, Chris is gonna be 40. Yeah.
40. Oh, the
Yeah.
big 4.
He
Oh.
was
There we
complaining
go.
about something, and I was like, "I think this is what
That's his back.
happens when you get to" yeah, because 'cause
This
I've
is
heard
40.
40, stuff goes downhill. Yeah, and I was like,
No.
I feel like your body's literally telling you so he started actually because he was feeling like this in December, he's actually, like, taking vitamins, he's drinking more, like,
Good for
v
him.
he got green juice, and I was like, I have some of that already," but he's like, "Yeah, because if I don't eat as much vegetables while I'm out, at least I have this," and I was like, "True." So I feel like these steps, like, with him taking vitamins and being very cautious, like, he got himself a cup for water. He got himself a Stanley cup for water, and I was like,
Okay.
"That's really good." He's like, "Yeah, because you tell me that I have to drink more water." And then with this, like, more veggies, technically, if you think about it. Yeah, I'm like,
Mindset.
"Huh, maybe he's getting closer to come to the gym."
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Yeah,
we're
he's
getting
like,
slowly but
"But then who's
surely.
gonna watch the kids?" I was like, "They're so used to the gym, it doesn't
They'll
matter."
come with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he's like, "Well, you wanna be working out with me?" And I said, "Most of the people don't want to be working out with." Yeah.
They'll be like, I'll probably be
Yeah.
coaching you. Most likely you'll probably be there as a coach, but that dynamic would be
Yeah.
interesting.
He listens very well, like, outside of things. Cleaning-wise,
Okay.
no.
Well, tell him, I'll be like, I'll clean your
Yeah.
barbell, bro. It's all
Um,
good. Just go get yourself a
right. I
LMNT.
think it's just yeah,
That'd be great.
it's hard because he also looks at it like I was in the army and I basically had to work out every day for this many years and I really
Yeah.
don't want to do that anymore. Just like he doesn't shave his face. Like, he had to shave it all the time, so he
Uh,
doesn't do that. It's just his little protest, but I have to try to
embraces the
tell him,
beard.
like, "Hey, yeah, you can borrow the thanks, love." Yeah.
That was
Um,
sweet.
your
He's
hair.
like, "I'll get out of your hair."
Uh, but I have to remind him, like, the reason why I work out and do CrossFit is A, it's fun while I'm lifting now, but even when we did the coaches retreat and we went to Havasu, we had to do a workout. Absolutely loved it. Still had chest to bars. So, yeah,
Uh,
it was brutal, but I really enjoyed it. And I have to remind him, like, the reason why we do this when we get to a certain age is because we have kids and we don't want our kids to see us just sitting in bed all day. Because then they think that that's okay. We wanna be active. I show them,
it's
like,
true.
activity's really good. It's good for us, and it makes our body feel really good, and, we also there's gonna come of age where if we fall down, we wanna make sure that we can get back up, like, my grandpa went to the
True.
gym for such a long time, and mind you, like, he broke his hip in his kitchen, and he couldn't, like, use that leg, he had to crawl on the other leg and army crawl and get all the way to
Oh
his
my
phone, which
gosh.
is all the way in the back, and he had this long ass hallway, and he had to go through corners and all kinds of stuff, and his phone was on his bed, and he had to kind of puff himself up to get his phone. Like,
Oh, wow.
I think that is because he was also a bench press dude. He went to the gym, he took care of himself, and even though his hip was broken, he found a way. He didn't just lay there and wait for somebody to get him, So to
That's
do
true.
that and to get to your phone he called my mom first,
Oh,
just but that's, like, the goal, right, is to if I fall down, I need to get myself back up. If an emergency happens, I know I can carry my kids.
yeah.
If an emergency happens, I could carry my dog. I could run. There's things that, like, I think of that I'm like, "Okay, if this happens, I'm gonna be okay for this amount of time," for a 12-minute AMRAP.
We're getting each
Yeah.
other the life alert. We're getting the life alert.
And those big
Just
tubs
in
that you just
case.
walk
And it
into and
calls the
walk out of.
bestie. We'll
Yeah.
bling it up. Just kidding. Oh man. No, you're right though. That's a good point, dude. It's little things that you don't think of that like, oh man. What a story though. Terry Joe for the win. Oh man, I empathize.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. Yeah. You gotta do it, guys. We gotta
Yeah,
stay healthy
and
for our future
so,
selves and
going on top of some of the story that I'm just gonna take out is, having these goals for this new year. We really liked this segment of you guys hearing what our goals were to hold us accountable, and now to not only do that and not be like, "Okay, I did that goal, next month it's continuing that good habit, that goal, and then stacking on a new one." So if you guys have a goal for January or hit that goal and then have a new one for February, let us know. Or if you need help with like designing what is a goal for me, you guys can't have 20 things that you want to do in a month. It's just not going to happen. What can we do to
right.
break that down? What would be our first step? And, I think for both of us, January with you with hydration and me choosing creatine, that's a nice and easy goal, especially the hydration part. If you guys start with that,
Mm-hmm.
like it's always the hardest step, even though we're surrounded by water. I mean, technically in Kingman, we're not. We're in a
Yep.
desert, but you can buy water.
I mean, that's
Yep,
true. Some bottled water.
it
Oh
is.
man. But I guess that
Yeah.
that
Are we all
yeah, I
set?
mean, gotta do it.
Yeah.
Gotta do it right, guys.
Okay.
I think we're good
So
that I can
if
think
this
of.
podcast is your swig of pre-workout, make sure you take a swig. Make sure to
That's right.
Yep. Make
Take a
sure
swig.
to follow us, hit that like button, hit that like button so you don't
Burp.
miss an episode. Follow us on YouTube, on Instagram. We come out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the things, even Amazon. Let us know what you think. Leave a review, hit those 5 stars to help us out, and let us know what you think about these episodes and what your goal is. or what your goals are for this year as well. If you have an episode idea or want us to talk about something that's going on in your gym, if it's okay, if it's not, what's up, what's down, anything, my brain just did a. You can message us on Instagram at
Email
Savagely
us?
Scaled
Yeah.
or email us at savagelyscaled, the number 1 at gmail.com. And we'd love to hear any feedback from you guys. Again, you can also leave a comment on our Spotify. We love to see all those comments and hear from you guys what you like, what you don't like, and all the in between. But that being said, don't be a Karen and keep
Be a Sharon.
sharing. We love that. And until
I know. We do.
at the whiteboard
We
again.
meet.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Alrighty.
Let's hit
Yeah, hit
those
all the
goals.
goals that you want.